Hi, my name is Sumit, and I work with the public sector team at Syntasa, a Google Cloud Marketplace partner. What you're seeing here is our sentiment analytics product, currently deployed at the city of Inglewood. To provide a bit of context, cities are inundated with unstructured public feedback every single day, whether it's social platforms, digital media, or online commentary. The challenge is not access to data, it's turning that data into trusted, explainable insight that leadership can act on. This solution was commissioned by city leadership and Mayor James Butts to surface emerging issues early and provide analytical depth behind sentiment shifts. At a macro level, leadership can immediately see overall conversation volume, sentiment direction, and when any abnormal activity occurs. This time series view is often the first indicator that something has changed. Now, behind the scene, the data is ingested from public and city owned sources, normalized and deduplicated, enriched with NLP based classification, governed with lineage, and surfaced in Looker for analysis. The idea for classification comes from city leadership who provides us the themes that they want to monitor. So let's take a closer look at one of the spikes in these activities. Spikes like this often correspond to a specific event, announcement, or incident, and this is where our investigation begins. When we isolate that day, we can see that the sentiment turns sharply negative. And when we scroll down, we see that this tells us that the spike was not just higher engagement, it actually reflected public concern. Indeed, the theme most common is public safety. Next, we break down this day by theme as well as by topic. When we look at the topics, there was a campus shooting incident, there's a suspect at large, former employee suspected. All the mentions in media are around topics that show us that maybe there was a shooting and that has led to overall negative sentiment about public safety. And once we start looking through these, we can see that these topics are disproportionately contributing to that negative sentiment. Now, this allows the teams in the city to quickly focus on the actual drivers rather than reacting broadly. Now, the underlying evidence, which is the mentions by each domain, is the actual public commentary driving the analytics. Each mention is timestamped as well as categorized, scored, and traceable to its source, allowing the analyst to validate insights before leadership responds. We can then apply some quality controls. As you can see, we can filter for only trusted sources, and such filtering separates high confidence signals from broader noise. As you can see, the sentiment is negative 100%, but the model mentions are only 6. These are the trusted sources. The reason we do this is because it allows leadership to balance completeness with reliability. And at this point, the teams understand when sentiment shifted, what topics drove it, and where it originated, as well as the underlying evidence. The context enables more targeted communication as well as better internal alignment to allow for a faster response. This same analytical approach can be applied across other cities or agencies using their existing data to deliver continuous, governed insight into public sentiment